Hello, guys. Welcome to another episode of Life Lessons and Advice from Real Life Relationship Stories. And if you do love our story and advice, please subscribe, turn on the notification bell, and leave your comment in the comment section. Okay, we go straight into today's story. Here's the story for today.
Me and my boyfriend have been together for over a year. Dated in middle school for like 3 years, but was it really dating? Known each other for 6 years. He is a really great guy and is 100% who I want to spend my life with, which probably sounds really stupid and naive, but it's my life and it really isn't the subject matter of this post. Me and him have started having a few months ago. We were both each other's first. We have been super careful to use protection and everything. But lately, I've been worried about what happens if something goes wrong. If I end up getting pregnant on accident, I would want us to know what to do and have a plan that we both agree with. We agree with each other on almost everything, but I know that this isn't something that will be easy for us to come to an agreement on. I know that if I'm worried we messed up, that I'll go to the store and pick up some plan B. But if it's too late, that's so much more difficult. I would want to keep it. I would only terminate it if something terrible happened. I just think that I can't mentally handle an abortion unless I know that it's 100% the best solution. That would be a problem though. My boyfriend hates kids and I want kids one day. It is something I really want for my life, and I'm still not sure what he thinks because it's such a difficult conversation to have when we are so young. If I get pregnant and keep it, I'm scared that he will not want to be present in our child's life. I want to make sure that we have a solid plan if something happens. So, how do I bring it up? Should we have discussed this sooner when we first started having sex? Should I bring it up at all? Here's what others have to say about the story. First person said, if you are matured enough to be having sex, you are matured enough for this conversation about the consequences. Now, the catch here is going to be that it's probably that you two aren't or won't be on the same page. That follow up to that isn't very pleasant, though. If you can't agree on the course of action, then having sex is irresponsible. The second person said, if you want kids and he hates kids, why do you 100% want to spend the rest of your life with him? It's unfair of either of you to assume the other is going to change their mind. Why sink so many years into someone that you are so fundamentally incompatible with from the get go? The third person said, you absolutely should bring it up. You both should be on the same page about the risks. That risk includes pregnancy, and further than that, the risk includes you choosing not to terminate a pregnancy and him choosing not to be present in any child's life. Why you can and should take all sorts of steps to minimize these risks. The risks do exist and you should talk about them. Frankly, no heterosexual couples should ever have sex without knowing where the other person stands when it comes to abortion. And no woman should have sex with any man who is not fully aware that the final decision on any abortion belongs to her and her alone. The fourth person said, he is the guy you want to spend the rest of your life with, but he never wants kids and you do. That's going to lead to problems down the line. You guys are not compatible. The fifth person said, yes, you should absolutely discuss this, especially considering your strong feelings about how you want to handle it. It is only fair to him where you stand. He can tell you his feelings or not, but the more you have these big conversations in relationship, the better you are able to go forward, knowing if you are compatible or not. And the last person said, you should absolutely bring it up. Hey, it's awkward, but I feel like we ought to talk about what we would do if birth control measures fails and I get pregnant. I can't see myself ever having an abortion. I'll be honest, if he absolutely hates kids, I do not think he will likely be involved beyond required financial portion right away, if ever. I could be wrong, but most likely that's what will happen. You don't have to break up over a difference of opinion with this, but in reality, anything is always possible.
Okay, guys, before you listen to the 5 lessons and advice from this story that will make you wise, here are some scriptures I want you to consider. Number 1, Ephesians chapter 5, verse number 3. But sexual immorality and all impurities or covetousness must not even be named among you, as it is proper among saints. Number 2, 1 Corinthians 6, verse 18. Flee sexual immorality. Every other sin a person commits is outside the body, but a sexually immoral person sins against his own body. Number 3, 1 Thessalonians 4, 3-5. For this is the will of God, your sanctification, that you abstain from sexual immorality, that every one of you know how to control his own body in holiness and honor, not in passion of lust like the Gentiles do, who do not know God. Okay, here are lessons and advice from this story, guys. Number 1, you are 18 and have already been dating for 3 years. That means you started dating when you were about 15. I think you started dating so early. At that age, your focus should be on your study and how to acquire a few skills that will help you become better in future. Number 2, if you're a Christian, it is not good to have sex with someone you are not married to. The Bible calls it fornication, and God hates it. Number 3, listen, your inner voice is already telling you you are likely to get pregnant, and most likely you will. If you do get pregnant eventually, chances are that he will abandon you because he's not mentally ready to become a father yet. Think about the trauma. Think about the heartbreak and disappointment. Think about the temporal hurts that will happen to your life while you are trying to raise a child alone. And if you consider abortion, you are risking your life, and something bad could happen in the process. Number 4, if your boyfriend hates kids or children, it is an indication he's not ready to take responsibilities. Does it make sense for you to expose yourself to pregnancy with a man whom you already know that he's not ready to take responsibility? My dear, look before you leap. Number 5, I think you should have discussed your concerns and worry about pregnancy with your boyfriend earlier, even before you started sleeping with him. It's always good to set boundaries when you are getting involved in any relationship with the opposite sex. These boundaries will help to protect you and your future. However, since you neither set boundaries nor discuss the concerns and worry about pregnancy at that time, today is the next best time to engage him in conversation about these issues. Let him know the implication of what you are doing together and then see how he responds to it. But again, you are the one that will carry the pregnancy and not your boyfriend. So listen to the voice of reason. Of course, the best thing for you to do now is to stop sleeping with him. That way, you don't ever have to worry about pregnancy until you are married and ready to raise children. Okay, guys, we come to the end of today's episode. What are your opinion, guys? Please share your opinion in the comment section. If you'd like to see more of my videos, please subscribe and turn on the notification bell so you'll be notified each time I upload a new video. Thanks, and God bless you. See you in my next video.